Okay. Oops. Try again. Okay, day 5. Today, the spackle guys, I hope, have the whole house taped up. I'll show you in a second what they did last night. And I'm going to work on setting the meter pan here. I have to do one small section of the insulation just around the corner here. And I'll go up a couple sheets. And then I can hang that, run the big wire to the panel box. And then my dad's gonna help me today because I have to get inside the trench with the shovel, and he's gonna be in the machine so I don't have to keep jumping in and out. So hopefully we finish all that today, so we're just ready. Then I just gotta call the electric company, get on the schedule, and that's it. Because and hopefully I do have time later to work inside, because I was going to start the bathroom. So let's see here. It's not too bright, but so they did some tape. They got some tape done. They did the whole bathroom for me because I'm going to start in here, so that's good because all these walls are getting tiled to the ceiling. Ceiling is getting shiplap, and then I have to waterproof in here and get ready for tile. So, yep, gonna be cool. I cannot wait. I can't wait till these guys are done. Let's see if they did anything in the bedrooms. No. Okay, they didn't do anything in the bedrooms. So just that little bit. But today, they should be here, and a little dark in there. They should be here and get taping, so. And then the kitchen, just to help them out and speed them up a little bit. I wrote on the walls, only tape, because all these walls get completely covered, so there's no reason for them to waste time making the spackle perfectly nice. It just doesn't matter. Just like the master bathroom, I just need the tape for the air, and that's it. And then the same thing on this ceiling, tape only, because that whole ceiling is also getting shiplap. That's our dining room, so I want to do something a little nice. But that's it. So today, day 5, I'm going to do the meter pan, the electric, ditch, finish that, and hopefully have time later to waterproof the shower, which is just a red guard paint. They sell it at Home Depot. I've used it a couple times. I've used a bunch of different brands. Honestly, to me, it's all the same. This is the most affordable, and I mean, if it's waterproof, it's waterproof. I don't see why, because you can spend, they have a 5-gallon bucket of a couple different brands from Laticrete that's like $400 or $500. The Red Guard, I think, was just under $300, so it's a big price difference for, I mean, honestly, the same thing. And if the tiles, I use thin set for all my tiles, so I don't use glue, so that helps. I mean, if you have concrete, basically concrete under the walls or under the tile covering the whole wall, that's another protection. But I mean, the Red Guard is fine. If anyone has used it, if not, use it and see what you think. When it dries, it's basically the same as any other thing. It's like, it almost feels like a fiberglass, so that's what I'll be doing. And I hope I get time to do that later, so now I'm gonna work on this. I gotta go get all my stuff. I need you. I need you. And I need some of you guys. All I do, tack it on with these washers. Now it's standing up, and then I'll screw the strips on, and then I keep moving the washers just so I don't blow through a bunch of washers, because everything's expensive now, so I really need it to stay while I can get the strips on. And then after the strips are on, I stack, like for the second, third, fourth sheet, I just slide it behind, so I don't need to keep, like, you know, propping things up. Okay, I tried to get this on tape, but it's been, it will not stop raining, so I did one, and now I'm staggering the seams. I think I'm going to stagger them. Here I didn't. I mean, well, there's a window there, but it shouldn't really matter with this, because this stuff doesn't shrink, so, but it always makes you feel better if you stagger them. But this obviously doesn't matter, because this is like fuzzy, so you're not going to tape it or anything. So if it does shrink, it's going to shrink no matter if you stagger them or stack them. It really doesn't matter. But I'm going to put one more here, and probably just one more, and then one more on top, and that should be it. Then I'm going to get the rest of the strips screwed on, and the meter pan, get all that stuff ready. Definitely is not fun working in the mud. That's it. Meter pan's gonna go down here. I just gotta get a piece of plywood and some screws and some of the real thick paper I have for the roof. It's almost like a sheet of rubber. So that'll be good for the plywood that I'm gonna put the pan to, the meter pan. Okay, so here's my plywood. This is 1/2-inch plywood. I cut it exactly the size of the meter pan, and then this is, I'm just gonna wrap the whole front and back, sides, everything with this. You can see this is really thick, and this is like, I mean, it's a ice and water shield, but I mean, this is like more like a rubber Polyglass. That's the brand. It's really nice. It's for the metal roofs. The roofer said this is what you really want to use. Instead of just a regular ice and water shield, which I did use, but we put this over it just to, you know, extend the life of the roofing. And it's really nice. It's really thick. It's like a 1/4 inch, maybe not a 1/4 inch, but it's thick. So I'm just gonna wrap this plywood. Oh Jesus! Spill my screws. Wrap the plywood up and then hang it. My dad just ran to the store to get the stuff that I forgot. It's hard to remember everything, especially when you're doing stuff like this. That's like a first time. You're doing it for the first time. Okay. There she is. Wrapped all the way around. I think that's definitely, because I hate to mount, because, well, usually you would just mount it to the side of the house, but I'm doing this insulation, so I have these strips. So I would hate to mount just a piece of plywood and over time water gets back there and water gets back there. Because these will always dry out because there's so much air in between, but with the plywood and the pan sitting right on it, I think over time, you know, it would just not end up good. And then once the electric's on, you really don't want to be messing with that. So this should do fine. I got it up. I drilled the hole into the basement. You can see the layers of, oh, and this is a good time to show so you see this. So in between these ribs, I actually have to cut these up a little bit because this ridge vent material goes on the bottom, and then the pine goes from that top of that up. So this is how the air gets behind here. That's why these will never rot. So these will go up to the soffit, and this will go up and all be vented out, which will be nice. So here's the layers of plywood I'm mounting the pan to. Our ridge vent, 2 inches of insulation, plywood, and then the lumber for the floor joists. And inside there is the basement. There's a pain in the neck drilling that hole through everything, but we got it. Now I'm gonna put a bigger piece of paper over this whole thing from end to end and fold it up, so when just another layer of protection just in case, because this is something I really don't want to ever have to touch. Okay, eat some lunch. Now I'm gonna get real messy. I gotta go in the hole. Where did I put that tape measure? I gotta go in the hole and clean it up because just have had no luck with the rain, and the rain has been, we dug the trench and the rain has been knocking it back in. But I really need this cleaned up because I really need electric. I have my tape here somewhere. There she is. So I'm just gonna get on that end and stay inside and keep measuring. Make sure we're 40 inches to the grass, and just keep cleaning it up. The good thing is I don't have to clean it up the whole like 2 feet wide. It just has to be a trench as wide as the shovel, because they only put a 3-inch pipe in the trench with the wire in it, so it's not like I have to go crazy digging, but at the same time I have to go crazy digging, especially all the rocks here. So, and it's muddy now too, which is going to be like digging a suction cup with all this clay, but I have no choice because it's going to start getting cold soon. So, and our house is sheetrock now, so I really want to get the electric on so I can plug in some electric heaters, so that way we don't really have to worry, because I'll have the wood stove, but because we don't really have the wood stove is a heat source and a good heat source, but it won't reach the whole house, and our true heat source is going to be hot water baseboard, but I don't have that done yet because I can't get the central boiler until the spring, so I have to make do with electric heaters this winter, which is going to kind of suck to pay for electric, but it is what it is. Got to live in the house.